I'm really glad that you decided to do this project with me.
Okay.
It's 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 brought us closer in terms of like getting to know each other's how each other's brain works on some of these, especially
Mm,
these random issues that come up, right? These random
mhm.
topics or articles or news things,
Yeah.
and we get to explore that specifically between you and me. You know
Mm,
what I mean? Outside of the audience, not even listening in, right?
mm,
Um, and it's given us a chance to build our brotherhood in a new phase, in a new way. We've had several different phases. You know,
mm,
I remember distinctly thinking about you, and at some point, I didn't explore it too much, but
mm.
I was like, I heard you say something about something at one point, and I'm like, dang, he has a whole other life like that he's built.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That he's
Mhm.
experienced and lived
I
through.
think I actually remember that conversation. I think I remember exactly what conversation you're talking about. Yeah.
And it's sort of fascinating,
Mm,
you know, have seeing you come to your own identity and come into your own thoughts and conclusions. And so we now have a space where it's like we've both been out in the wilderness and
yeah.
we're now coming together giving a report. What did you see? What did you see? You know what I mean?
That's a very good illustration. Yeah.
Um,
That's right. I think that's accurate.
yeah. You've
I think that's
encountered
accurate.
some things
Yeah,
on that
I have.
journey
I absolutely have.
that are similar to things
Mm,
that I've encountered. Like, oh, that's I've encountered this similar thing in my
mm,
journey.
mhm,
How did you tackle it? Oh, how did you tackle it? Or
mm,
my interaction went this way with that. You're like, but see, my interaction went this way. What was behind that? Why did it go that? You know what I mean? And
mm.
like we dissect that and find out like, but like, and we get a chance to like brief each other. You know how you
Yeah.
give an after action brief.
Yes.
Um, and we've done this thing for officially 10 episodes now. You know, not counting the pre stuff. We've done this for 10 weeks as an exercise.
Mm,
I think it's um elevated our relationship. I'm glad it happened. There's some times on here we've been vulnerable, um, and it's all for the good. If nothing else comes from this, if nothing else comes from this, I'm glad we've had this experience. If this shit fucking goes down like the Hindenburg, you know, like
yeah.
y'all niggas don't never get no more than 50 views. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Or some shit like that, and like
mm,
we end up like you know, we putting too much energy into this, so you know, we're investing too much into like some of the stuff, and we're not doing no numbers. It's not.
mm,
We're like screaming out into the void.
mm,
Um, I'm gonna say that it's not been a void.
mm.
I've been on the receiving end, and I hope we have too.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that's dope. And I appreciate that. I I was actually talking to one of my good friends about this particular this project. I always call it a project. And I told him I told him I was like, I ain't gonna lie. I was like, I ain't gonna lie. Like my brother and I, we be kicking it. These are the same conversations that we have regularly. Like when I'm over his crib. I
Mhm.
mean, it's nothing new. It's some of the same things we always talk about. Um, but I was telling her, I was like, it's dope. It's actually a dope project because at the very least, this is it's footage. It's footage that could be in some kind of repository for however long,
Yeah,
forever. Right?
even if
It's
it's our family
yeah,
plays it in our funeral.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? It's like
Right,
you hear the
right.
person's voice, you hear their freaking
Mhm.
interaction.
Yeah.
Like, why
So
not? You know, these people
mm,
thoughts. Like, I want people to tell the truth about me when I die.
mm,
You know what I mean?
facts.
I don't want my damn funeral to be at no goddamn church. Not me. You
We
know what I
know
mean?
that.
I don't want nobody praying at my shit. I know
We know
gospel hymns and
that.
all that kind of stuff.
We know
Y'all can pray
that.
y'all want to. Y'all can
Mm,
do y'all own, but it ain't gonna be the theme of my shit.
mhm.
You know what I mean? I ain't fully planned out my funeral yet, but you know, I already got a
Yeah, sure.
playlist.
Sure, sure.
But I already
Sure, you
got
have
a
a playlist,
playlist.
right?
No, I have a playlist.
I believe it.
I've started a playlist, you
I
know,
believe it.
that I want to be played. You know what I mean?
Mm,
And so um this is it. This is recorded for all time.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
ain't no lies. You press the play button, like, that's who that nigga was.
Mm,
You know what I mean? It's on record.
yeah.
So I don't want nobody lying about me when I die. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I don't want nobody lying about me on the internet now while I'm alive. We're lying about
Mm,
me when they talk about me. Like, no, like I'm on record
mhm,
of how I believe about them. And granted, I'll say this. Okay, it's 2023. How I'm feeling now is generally how I feel now. Maybe I'll evolve into something else.
mm,
Maybe I'll regress somewhere, some in another spot. But as of right
mm.
now, this is it. This is where I'm at.
Facts.
These are real opinions. These are
Mm,
real emotions.
yeah.
These are real moments. And
Mm,
I think we get the best out of it when we have um granted, I hope we still like think to put out some game, you
yeah.
know,
Sure.
but
Sure.
the moments that probably like translate the most for me with all this concept is when we both forget that it's we're recording.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Especially some of
yeah.
these moments where like this isn't part of the show. Let's just talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
we've gotten some gems out of that.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
You
Those are
know?
the best conversations. The organic ones are the best conversations.
Yeah.
And
So
those are the ones that I think that.
Darwin.
What are you doing here?
It's challenge day.